Hello everyone, it's Geesje. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I make these masterboard collages, which can then be cut smaller and used for other things. And mainly I use them to make them into cards to send off. And I like them color coordinated, so this is a plain white one, mostly white. And here is a green one. I usually don't work in green, but this one turned out quite nice. And today's one is going to be a red themed one. First I'll show you how I store my papers. These are meat trays that I cleaned, and now I'm using them to store my scrap papers in that I find and are remnants of other things. So the smaller pieces are in this tray, somewhat bigger in the next tray, some bigger ones in the next, and bigger yet, and bigger, and you'll get the drift on how I store them. And because they stack really nice, they don't take up much room. So I've dug through them already to find the papers that are kind of reddish in color. Those are scrapbook papers, painty papers, calendar page. This is a vintage wallpaper that comes off of my wall. It is at least 46-year-old. Some gel prints, colored book page, more scrapbooking paper, and some other odds and ends that are kind of somewhat in the same color range. I usually start with neutral colored papers like book page, dictionary pages, music, or any vintage looking papers. And then I add these ones as I go or later on, depending on how it goes. Okay, let me get set up. I'm using a cutting board, ruler, and rotary cutter to cut papers to size. And I have a blank piece of paper here. This is cardstock. And this is my gluing station here. I'm using a glue stick, and this is an old catalog that I don't mind getting full of glue. Okay, so I might fast forward a whole lot so that you're not being bored by what I all do. And let's get going. I've collected a few books with different languages in it. I have no idea what the book is all about, but I have a Scandinavian one like you see here. This is a German one. No, I have no idea what this is actually. Does also seem very Scandinavian. But I also have a German one, a French, and Dutch, and even one from the East. I have no idea what that is. For some reason I always do 4, and I think that is because I can divide this paper into 4s to get 4 cards out of it. And I'm starting random because that gives it the most random result, because I don't want everything to be neat and tidy. This is packaging material that I cut up. Might seem dark, but it'll be nice. Or maybe I should have used a darker piece first. We'll see about how that works. Where to put it, where to put it, where to put it. Maybe this is too big. And if I decided that I don't like a certain paper, I can just glue over it. What I like about a glue stick is if that is not completely in place, I can move it over so that it is covering everything I want to be covered. So this is the result of one of the collages I made. I made several. Like I said before, I like to start with a neutral background like book and dictionary pages and music notes, and some other things that are somewhat neutral like packaging material. This is my green one, and this is the half of a white one. I already cut it up. Today's collages are being made for cards. So I will cut them up smaller. I can get 4 cards out of 1 sheet of paper. And this is cut to 3/4 by 5. And I like to back them with a color that goes with it, like this here. And this is just a book page that I painted with a paint color that goes with my cards. You could use scrapbooking paper or other colored paper or cardstock. And because I don't have that, I will make my own by painting it. So then I will cut this one 1/8 of an inch larger on all sides. So this one will be 4 by 5 1/4. Here I have one that I have applied some embellishments on it to make the card. I always seem to place my embellishments in the left bottom corner. And here I have another one that I've used a silver cardstock on, and I used leftover strips to make a somewhat of a border. And this is the same lace that comes from a valance that I had years ago, and this one I just painted it with a red color. Another example here is that I've used book pages to make the border, but because there's book pages underneath here, so it doesn't show up as well. And I added a button to my lace here. This is part of the white one that I cut down, and I used a blue accent on it. This is completely white with some cutoffs of this same cardstock as the border and the white lace. It is very white all together, but it will be suitable for a certain occasion. So here you have it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and we hope to see you in the next video. Bye!